welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on here. And what's going on, we're getting bigger and bigger, we're getting better and better. And we're shitting turds and bricks on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are. Listen, if you're not streaming bigger, if you're not streaming Ain't No Lover Boy FR, then what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like for real, for real. What are you doing? Seriously. I mean, are you a part of the Lions Den or what? So, for real, y'all, I want to come on here, and talk to y'all. We had a live episode this morning. We have live series and everything like that. But today I don't really have anything much going on. And I want to talk to the people because, it's just been so much on my mind. Just as far as, I'm in the middle of doing something. I'm so sorry, guys. There have been things for weeks that I've just been thinking about and that I've wanted to discuss, but I just never did, or never knew the words, or didn't know how I wanted to discuss it, or how it fits within, my life or everything like that. But if I'm being honest and if I'm being real, social hierarchy I can't deal with. I cannot deal with the social hierarchy, meaning I cannot deal with the just it's like what I'm realizing for real. It's unspoken rules or unspoken regulations, whatever may have you, that are put on us as people, as a community, not even as black people, but as humans in general. I won't even say humans, as people on this earth, and I think social hierarchy has people, really messed up. And I think social hierarchy is the reason why there are labels and why we put people in boxes and everything like that. For instance, I think social hierarchy makes, straight men feel like they're above gay men. You know what I mean? I think social hierarchy makes white people feel like they're above black people. You know what I mean? And like I just said, I think, social hierarchy makes the average heterosexual man feel like he's above the average homosexual man. And it's like, if you're gay, welcome to the Lions Den. I'm part of the LGBT community too, babe. We all are. But yeah. So shit. Yeah. I think, the social hierarchy has got to be it's got to be rewired, and it's got to be redone. Like, it has to be rewired for real. It has to be rewired and redone. Even just certain people in society feel like they're above certain people just based off of certain things, whether it be color, race, money, how much you make, everything like that. All those different type of things. And it's like, I'm very aware of social hierarchy, and I'm just realized how sometimes people try to put me, not people, not y'all, but how people in life, everyday life, try to put me in a box or put me in a certain, mold. And it's like, nah, I can't do it. Nah, I won't be that. And it's only because it's like, y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all, because I'm still a person too. We operate in a way that we do not have to existing here. You know what I mean? Like, we don't, just all the labels and the box, all those, we gotta scrap them. We sincerely have got to scrap them, like, honestly, because I think hierarchy and social hierarchy specifically is messing up. It's messing us up, and it's not just a white thing. It's not just a black thing. It's not just a gay thing. It's not just a straight thing. It's a people thing. Okay, it's a people thing. It's a human thing. It's a economy thing. I don't know, but it's like, I just don't do social hierarchy. I don't feel like I'm better than anybody. But even, for instance, social hierarchy is people with influence feeling like they're better than the average everyday common person. That's social hierarchy. I don't believe in that. I don't operate like that. And I don't think like that. And I didn't bring that up because of the fact of my influence. I brought it up because of the fact that I'm a gay man, and sometimes straight people feel like they're above me, or people treat me differently. And let's not, like, I think back to when I was fat, like darker. I had a gap. People treat people weird. You know what I mean? People treat people weird. When you're not like the societal status quo or whatever may have you, people treat you weird. I just don't do the social hierarchy at all. I do not like it. I do not stand for it. And personally, it's not something that was established. We just established it somehow, but we need to demolish it. We need to tear it down for real. Starting from our small cities up all the way up for real. Like, I just don't like it. I do not like it. I do not like for people to think that they are above certain people or they're below certain people. Let's take a person who is on drugs, for instance. Let's take a person who is a counselor. the counselor in the situation, the person who does the drugs in the situation with the counselor feels like they're beneath them. They feel like they're beneath, and it's like, in all actuality, no. Social hierarchy has people being put in places they don't have to be. You don't have to stay in a social hierarchy. Makes people think that like how you what you're born into is how you have to be. You know, like people think when like your family, let's say for instance your family, they think when you're born they already know how your life is gonna go. So they try to put you in this box. You know, this certain box of what they think, and it's like we have got to redo it. You know, like I said, and just I don't think there's any laws or anything that you can Google. Like I don't think you can Google when was social hierarchy established. I think social hierarchy just came just throughout as life was evolving, or you know what I mean, like by because I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I think social hierarchy just came as time went on. You know, from back when, and here we are in 2025. And I'm talking about specifically American social hierarchy. I don't know nothing about the UK. I don't know nothing about Japan. I don't know nothing about any place other than America. It's that simple. You know, and I'm pretty sure there is social hierarchy in those other places, but I'm talking about American social hierarchy. You know, things that tie back into patriotism because even when you look at like you know how men think they're above women and it's just like small shit everything like all this got to stop. All this has got to stop. We sincerely have got to work on it. We sincerely have got to work on it. um you just got to catch up. You got to catch up with me, Ghostface. You know, you got to catch up with me. So yeah, that's really just that, you know. I think like I said, we social hierarchy has people put in places that they don't even need to be. For instance, like I think it just contributes to labels like, okay, so oh, you're a gay man, we're gonna put you here. Oh, you're a black woman, we're gonna put you here. Or you're this, we're gonna put you. And it's like, no. Because let's be real, gay people are oppressed, black women are oppressed. Let's be for real. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. Let's call a thing a thing. So that you know, that's just the truth. Or oh, because you're a Hispanic, because you're a Mexican, we're getting you out of here. Like shit like that. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people, even when it comes to people with more money thinking they're better than broke people. I'm sick of that. Nobody, like, nobody is above anybody. Nobody's above anybody. And I know demolishing things like social hierarchy will affect certain things, but it needs to be affected. It needs to be affected. And it could affect my job as an influencer, but I don't give a damn. Only people who need to influence and lead need to be where I'm at. If you essentially do not really care about the people, you ain't coming with nothing, you ain't stepping with nothing, your ass need to hit the door. Because you're adding to the whole. So for instance, social hierarchy is that light-skinned, pretty people are above. That's social hierarchy. You know what I mean? Like we got to demolish that. Skinny people are above. And listen, I'm skinny. I'm fair skinned. I'm not any of these things that I'm talking about, but I'm gonna speak about them because it's important to do so. I think people once they get on the other side of that, they forget about everything else. I don't forget. I don't forget. You know, so that's just something that's very, I mean, so important to me. I hate it. I sincerely hate it. I sincerely hate social hierarchy. That's why when I say things like about my music and stuff like that, I'm not pressing y'all about the money. I'm not pressing y'all about anything like that because I understand. I get it. I understand and I get it. People need to understand. Not even people. People in my position who is an influencer, a growing sensation. We have to understand our people. We have to understand our people, and we have to demolish these systems that were set up for people to be on certain levels or for people to be below. You know what I mean? These are things that I feel like were set up that were unbeknownst to us, y'all. We didn't know that these things were set up. Like these are things that were set up like back in the 80s, the 90s. I don't, you know, I can't even put a point on it. I guess you can say back to when like the Englishmen, all that stuff. You know what I mean? These are like social hierarchy. You have to let me Google what is, because I want us to talk about it. So y'all make some comments about it. Social hierarchy. Social hierarchy is a ranked system in a group, society, or organization where individuals or a group are organized according to their relative power, their status, their wealth, and their influence. Okay, so essentially, what they're saying with that, what they're saying is like people, what everything I just said, people who make more money are above, gay people below, straight people but like I hate this shit. I fucking hate it. I sincerely do. I hate it. You know, I really do. I really, 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 really do. Really, really do. Let's look up. Let's. You know, I really should. I wanted to get on here and share my screen with y'all, but I'll do this in another episode because I didn't plan to go live. I'm gonna type in what are some contributing factors. Let's see some contributing factors to social hierarchy. And if I want to go a little bit deeper, I feel like it's a difference in the social hierarchy in the South versus the North and the Midwest and in the East in America. I feel like it's a I think the social hierarchy in the South, whew, sheesh. Sheesh. Okay, so what are some contributing factors? Let's see. To social hierarchy. Hmm. It says economic resource control, the wealth. So people who make more money, division of labor, so like different jobs and stuff like that. This essentially makes me believe all this stuff was set up for me to be questioning exactly what I'm questioning right now because I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like this. Monopoly over force. So government, militaries, a legal system established formal rank, inheritance authority, cultural. Okay, so another thing that creates social hierarchy is beliefs. Why do Christians feel like they're above every other religion in the world? A Christian feel like they're above everybody. Why? That's social hierarchy, and it's not right. It's not right. It's not right. Okay, demographic. No, okay, this is what I want. Let me Google something else. Okay, let's see. What are some contributing factors in social hierarchy in the South? Y'all forgive me because I'm not on my laptop. I can't share my screen on my phone. But if I was on my laptop, something told me to go live from my laptop. It says in the context of the American South, the social hierarchy is deeply rooted in history, distinct cultural traditions, and economic systems. While it shares general characteristics with broader global structures, the American South's hierarchy is basically shaped by the legacy of the plantation economy and systematic racial stratification. Interesting. So social hierarchy. Let me Google this real quick. Is social hierarchy more predominant in the South? What y'all think? I think it is. Listen, if you ain't catching up with me, gotta make sure you catch up with me. Next time I'm gonna share my screen when I want to talk about something like this. So it says yes. It says yes. See, that's how I know. I be knowing what I be talking about, y'all. You gotta get with me. You gotta pay attention to the lines, then. You gotta pay attention to me because I be knowing what I be talking about, y'all. For real. It says yes. Social hierarchy and has historically been more pronounced, rigid, and strictly enforced in the American South compared to other regions of the United States. I mean, that makes sense. I think that's common sense. And to this day, social hierarchy is affecting like I'm gonna be real with you. It don't matter if you poor, gay, or black. That don't matter. You at the bottom of the total pole when it comes socially. I hate it, and I hate that for people. I hate that. And I hope we as a like I hope we can like move forward. You know what I mean? Like we can move forward. Because listen, y'all remember that y'all remember the movie Us when all them people was their hands was like that. Y'all remember in Michael Jackson when he said, "We are the world, we are the children, we are the one." I sincerely believe that. I sincerely feel like one day the people who are supposed to fall off will fall off, and we as a people, like not just a white thing, a black thing, people. Fuck all the color, fuck all the labels, fuck everything else like that. We will genuinely unite, and like we will, and I don't mean unite in the typical way because we united now. We're united now, but we aren't really united because we are not really united because the systematic oppression and systematic social hierarchy is still affecting us, specifically in the South. If you're black, gay, and poor, those three things: gay, black, and poor, or let's say this: gay, colored, and poor, because Hispanic people they have it hard too. They have it hard too. So I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. Poor, gay, colored. We got to work on those things. We have to work on these things. We have got to demolish these systems that were set up, for real. And even if we can't demolish them on like a big level, we can demolish them within our own communities. And once we do that within our own communities, things will follow suit. Things will follow suit. Um, so that's really just that. I want y'all to really understand how we live in a society, and society will try to put you in a box. And if you are fine being put in the box, that's fine. Go in the box. Go in the box. But if you are not fine with being put in the box and you understand that there are levels to this and you understand, like, hey, no, won't be that, won't be this, won't be that, won't be this, then Question, question. Because the thing is this, y'all. The thing is this: the box never really existed. The box don't exist. Even when it comes down to like, you know how people, you know how like in your brain when you meet somebody in your brain and you find out they're spiritual, you're like woo, and you kind of step back from them. That's because somewhere along the line, people like created this idea that spirituality, you know, like you push it away in your brain. I can't describe it, but just like when somebody finds out you're gay, it's like a doo doo. You know what I mean? It's like a doo doo. Oh, he's spiritual. Doo doo. Never let people put you in a box, because when you allow people to put you in a box, you're essentially stunting yourself. Let's say for instance, if you're somebody spiritual and you come from a family full of Christians, if you like stunt your spirituality, I can't describe it, but it's a certain thing. Like, I can't describe it. Y'all just got to wake up and see it. That's really what it is. I'm pretty sure I'm saying things that they don't really want me to say, if I'm being honest with you. But these things are like, we have been like, sheesh, like, how do I say it? Like, and the things that I am saying is like, I only really know it. It'll be like a month later. I'd be like, damn, I just read an article about that. Or damn, I was right about that. Or like, damn, these are certain things that we go through. But y'all have got to wake up to it for real. You've got to wake up to it. Like, the I don't want to say America. I don't want to say the world. I don't know what I want to say, but things would not run the way they are running if we didn't step into the box that people wanted us to step into. Just that's just the point blank period. If we step outside the box and really really become ourselves, because for instance, let's use a spiritual person as an example. Spiritual people, like, versus just the everyday person. The everyday person feels like, okay, let me put this spiritual person in this box over here, and they're woo woo, they're cuckoo, and it kind of like, to a person who isn't spiritual, it kind of like knocks them down a couple steps. Just as if you're a straight person and you tell somebody you're gay, you know how it knocks you down a couple steps. Same thing I'm talking about in that social hierarchy play bullshit. Um, yeah, like, I'm over that. Like, we've got to we have, and by we I mean us, the people, us. And the people. It's not about a black thing, white thing, gay. It's about people, us, humans, us. Okay. Because sometimes, coming from where I come from, looking at you would think I'm talking just about black people. I'm not talking just about black people. I'm talking about people, because we're all here now. The earth is full of black, white, Asian, Hispanic people. We have got to deal with it. So let's move forward and let's wake up. Let's move forward and let's wake up for real, sincerely. Because these boxes that we've allowed ourselves to go into are one of the main reasons why we are not thriving individually in our life. Because I can sit up here and say, okay, America. I can sit up here and say, okay, the world. But no, who makes America? The people individually. We make America. We do. And if we are not aligned within ourselves, we're not going to be put together. We're not going to be whole. We're not going to be right. If we're going into these systematic boxes, even down to how I say, like, people want me to be more feminine when I'm actually quite masculine. Like, that's a box that I could put myself into, but I don't do it. I won't do it. Let's say for instance, like, just small different things that I feel like because of social hierarchy, we just assume the position. We assume the position. It's like, yeah, let me go ahead and let me do it. Like, for instance, people think that all black boys play basketball and stuff like that, or we all want to be football players. That's social hierarchy. We just assume the position because people think that's what we should be doing. And it's like, no. Um, Even now, if you look at, like, just giving myself an example, my physique, it gives off football player. But I'm a creative. I'm an entertainer. You know what I mean? But growing up, they were like, "Oh my God, Mason, your body's so nice. Maybe you should be." No, no, no. Hell, it's not what I want to do. It's sincerely about breaking, like, dismantling these things, and, like, I think, like, how do I want to put it? Because, like, we're gonna use a strike system, for instance. You're born black, that's strike. You're born gay, that's a strike too. You know what I mean? You're born, so it's like so many different things because of social hierarchy. When you're born and when you come into yourself, they pile on top of you. It's so many different things that can pile on top of you. Whether it's you being black, gay, poor, it's so many different things that you have to, like, rip apart when it comes to social hierarchy. You know, it is what it is. It just sincerely is what it is. And I'm not trying to sit up here, because essentially I do see myself, in my late mid 60s, you know, um, getting a little bit more, for the, like, really establishing systems that help people. Y'all, grew up broke, y'all. I've had to eat sweet rice noodles and stuff like that. I understand everything people go through. Like poor people, because why I was poor, why I'm gay, and three I'm black. So I understand that. I get it, and yeah, and it's like I'm never going to not get it. I'm never going to not get it ever at all because I understand social hierarchy. It's like the way I see the world, the way I see certain things. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to see them. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to have let the veil be over my eyes and not speak on any of this. But I want people to wake up. And specifically, I want people who are affected disproportionately by whatever may have you to wake up. So whether you are whatever I just mentioned, I want you to know that you got to wake up and you can do this. And like, it's even above you got to wake up and you can do this. It's above that because that's the basic terminology they give you. You can do it. You can wake up. You got to go a little bit higher than that. You got to go a little bit higher than that. You know, you have got to really pull yourself up out of this, what you've been put into, what you have been put into. Like, I don't know everything, but I know a lot. And you've got to wake yourself up because when you wake up, you're going to start to wonder, what the hell, what is going on around me? Who are these people? Why aren't they working towards their goals? Why are they stagnant? Just different things like that. You're going to realize, you're going to wake up, you're going to see, damn, social hierarchy does affect. It does play a part in my existence. It does, you know? And I think, like, I'm talking about so many different things. Like, I'm talking about, like, I'm spiritual, but it's like I understand the law, so many different things. But we have to, what is life about, y'all? Balance. We have to balance them out. There is no metaphysical without the physical. There is no, um, like, physics without gravity. Like, those, yeah, yeah, like those things, that's how it works out. So yeah, we have, I have to speak about certain things like this. I do not, and I'm not trying to sit up here, strong arm it and say like I'm speaking about this just because I'm an artist and most artists do. Like, no, I sincerely care about social hierarchy. I sincerely care about people being in positions that are below certain people and them thinking that's where their life is at because that's what was given to them. No, you can be bigger, you can be better because that's what was given to me. And what did I do? And what am I doing? I'm getting bigger, I'm getting better. I'm better. I am better. I am the biggest, very rich, very paid. But if I had stuck and stayed where the social hierarchy wanted me to be, I would have never woke up and seen any of this. I'd have been like, okay, this is just my position. I got to just accept it. I got to just go with it. Like, no, you don't have to just go with anything but what you want. But what you want. The biggest ick for me in the social hierarchy is just being a gay black man. You know what I mean? The biggest ick for me in social hierarchy is being a gay black man. You know what I mean? And also growing up poor. Because I'm not poor anymore. I'm not poor anymore. Pooh. I'm not poor anymore. But I remember, and it ain't been too long since I ain't been poor. You know what I mean? It hasn't been too long since I haven't been poor. But the main thing that affects me with social hierarchy is just feeling like because I'm a gay black man, I have to force myself into a box. Particularly like being more soft or being more feminine to fit society's standards of what it means to be gay. Um, I just don't think that's really me. It's never been me. Give me one second, line. All right, y'all. So I'm back. So yeah, like, yeah, being a gay black man, and just really having to like prove myself, and it's like, and I hate to get like this, but I'm a gay black man. I got to prove myself, to a whole community of people, specifically the black community. And it's like men are getting to walk around here, not because they have a choice, but in BDL and people are more comfortable with that versus somebody who's just living in their truth. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, y'all, we got to really break these systems down. And, it starts one by one individualistically with you. And Yeah, it starts with you. It starts with you. It starts with you at home in your hometown. It starts with you not accepting the position people want you to be put in. It starts with you not just not being willing to conform. Never conform. You never conform. You know what I mean? You never conform. You never conform for who people want you to be, let alone society. And you can think about society. That word is so like broad and so society. So when people say words like society, people are like, oh, here they go. But no, literally, we've heard it so much. People have used the word so much that I think the general public is tired of that word. I think the general public is tired of sayings like society and all that. But we still got to talk about it, y'all. We still have to talk about it. So make sure you're not putting yourself in a box. Make sure that you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Make sure that you're always standing up for yourself. Never conform. Never conform, especially to the people around you and especially to what society wants you to be. And listen, society isn't this big thing because I'm pretty sure when you say the word society, it's like a ooh, like a mate, but it's like no, society starts with you in your hometown every day. Never conform to the people around you. Once you start changing within yourself, it will automatically change. It's like a ricochet. It's like a ricochet. So yeah, that's that. It's your boy Mason Jyree. And if you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on here. And what's going on, we're getting bigger and bigger, we're getting better and better, and we're shitting turds on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are. It's your boy Mason Jyree, and I love y'all Lions. Album 12.